Wes, I'm not sure if we'll be ringing in the new year on a bus ride to the airport in a TSA security line or perhaps in the plane over the Mississippi River somewhere, but hopefully it's with a victory. Packers and Vikings, New Year's Eve from Minneapolis. It's time for Final Thoughts. All right, Weston, what's at stake?
Well, Michael, very simply, the Green Bay Packers trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. And I know last week it wasn't the prettiest victory in Carolina, but Green Bay ultimately got the job done. Now you need to go into the Minnesota Vikings house at US Bank Stadium in what pretty much is an elimination game for both of these teams. No room for error for the Packers. You have to get it done.
Yeah, there may be some math or some convoluted path that will give the loser of this game some lottery ticket route to the playoffs, but you don't want to hang your hopes on that. This whole complicated picture in the NFC has all been about don't get to 9 losses, right? So don't get there on Sunday night. Wes, who's heating up? Presented by Aurora Heated Apparel.
Aaron Jones, Mike, 127 rushing yards, 21 carries. It was the old Aaron Jones in Carolina, and the Packers are going to need more of that. There's a lot of injuries at the skill positions for Green Bay right now. We don't know who's all going to be available, but Jones has done some damage against the Vikings in the past and hopes to do it again on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know the Packers have had their issues on defense, but Preston Smith is a guy who's coming on strong. 1.5 sacks last week. He's now up to 7 on the season, which is second on the team, and 3 times in his career he's had a multiple sack game against the Minnesota Vikings, so keep an eye on number 91. Wes, I say very simply the Packers win this game if they get the Vikings to turn the ball over, because that is what has cost the Vikings so much this season. 30 turnovers for Minnesota, 24 of them either interceptions or lost fumbles by the quarterback, and there's a rookie here in Jaron Hall. The Packers need to get after him. They also have to keep him hemmed in. Don't let this young guy run around and create plays with his legs.
Absolutely, Mike. And for me, the Green Bay Packers offense just needs to keep doing what they've been doing. That Week 8 loss to the Minnesota Vikings was a turning point for the Packers and quarterback Jordan Love, who has been sensational in the second half of the season. 103 passer rating over his last 8 starts. The Green Bay Packers need more of that. They need to be able to dictate the tone of this game and come out on top.
All right, and with that, we will sign off on this edition of Final Thoughts. Be sure to follow all of our coverage of Sunday night's game from Minneapolis on Packers.com and on all of your social media channels. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for watching and enjoy the ball game.